What's up, YouTube? How's it going on this Wednesday evening? Hope y'all are having a good week. It is hump day. It is the end of hump day. And it is early Christmas, early birthday for me, I guess. So I did a little video on the unpackaging gift box of a pipe that my wife had ordered me with my money. My wife is a stay-at-home. We have 3 kids. Oh man, 2 dogs, a cat. Oh man, I'm glad I work. I'm glad I get to be out the house. Oh, that's all I'm gonna say. But she got me it. So I really wanted this right here. This is what I really want. I was like, man, I wish I could just buy just the tin. I don't want to have to buy a whole pipe just for the tin, but I really have been wanting to buy a pipe. So I just haven't really I wanted to buy it from my local store, just, buy local, but they had some nice Savinellis. I've really been wanting a Savinelli. I don't have a Savinelli yet. So I have one Peterson other than the one I just got, but I really wanted a Savinelli, but when they had this deal at Smoking Pipes for it was St. Patrick's Day sale. I'm pretty sure it's over now, but you can get a limited edition tin of St. Patrick's Day Reserve if you buy a whole pipe. So I guess if you're looking to buy a pipe, it's a good you get a little extra. So here's a tin of St. Patty's Day. It's cool, all the green. St. Patrick's Day Reserve 2025 Cornell and Deal. I'm not gonna open this. I'm actually going to cellar it pretty much. But what is in this? Let's see. Specially crafted to celebrate the 5th century patron saint of Ireland. St. Patrick's Day Reserve 2025 celebrates Irish tradition with old world notes of hazelnut and vanilla. I'm always yawning, man. Irish tradition with old world notes of hazelnut and vanilla, elevating bright Virginias and 3 distinct families of Cavendish. Golly. Smooth and creamy with a rich, naturally sweet finish, exceptional for special occasions. Lahil Padrij Sono Dahib. I don't know. I don't even know what that's. Irish, I guess. Anyways, it also, she had it, I was like, did you get that in a freaking gift package? So they gift wrapped it, and check that out. It has little Peterson peas on it. What? That's super freaking cool. So here's a pipe. I kind of knew which one she was already getting me because we were torn between 2 of them. I forget what the other one was called. It was more of like a spigot, almost like the one I kind of have. It had a green band on it, which we really liked. It had brass. I really liked it, actually. Just a green, what was it? Acrylic. It looked really nice, but my wife loves fine metals, so the silver, she liked the silver, so we got this one for the silver. So, but it's really nice. It's pretty much like the one I was already looking at, and it's actually pretty cool. So you get like this little guaranteed of excellence paper, but this is cool too. This is the silver pad. It's like a little felt pad with the Peterson P on it. Man, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. It's always it's like when you buy a new pistol and you're looking for all the extras, gun case, the extra magazines, the speed loader. Whenever I buy a new gun, that's what I'm always like, oh man, what does it come with? Who cares about the gun? So you get your nice little bag. I keep mine, so I actually write like the dates I got them and all that, because both my Petersons were gifts. So I write kind of the day I received them and all that, and then I put it back in the package, and then I put that up somewhere in the box if I still have the box. I don't even know what happened to my other Peterson box, but the box is definitely a lot nicer than the other one I had. Like, it just looks nice. So anyways, here's the pipe. Now that my camera has a little bit better quality, the sun's not shining into it. It is I didn't really look too much into the exact stains, and not necessarily stains, but the color, the grain and all that. Actually, honestly, I haven't really looked at it much at all since I got it. I just kind of, my wife wanted me to grill as soon as I got home, so I'm freaking sweating. It's just muggy outside. We have about like a 200-mile-per-hour wind or something like that. Something ridiculous. It's not that much, but obviously. And, but clean this up a little bit because it was a little nasty looking. Look, you can see, I don't know if you can see it that well, but probably from the packaging, from the pre, whatchamacallit. Ooh, that sucker shines up nice. But yeah, so I'm gonna put up the St. Patty's Day Reserve in a cellar. I guess I'm gonna sell it for a couple years and I'll open it up. Maybe I can get one every year and it'll just kind of build up my little cellar of them. Hopefully they'll be good. I won't know for a couple years, I guess, huh? So this thing cleans up pretty well. We're getting some other colors on there. Check that out. Anyways, nice little cloth though. I don't know if they all are kind of starting to come with that, but so here she is. I like how nice that band is. That is super sweet, super fancy, high class, right? You ever seen the, we always laugh at the one in our cigar club. You can almost see the tobacco I'm gonna do a review on in the reflection of that. We always laugh because they have a picture of the Peterson guy and it's like a little poster board thing and he's like, and we're always like, man, if you ain't smoking Peterson, you're not worth crap. You know, we're always just joking because it's all like, you know, how dare you smoke anything other than Peterson. So anyway, so I'm going to use this first smoke on what not better than Peterson My Mixture 965. The only problem is this isn't actually made by Peterson. Who manufactures this stuff? Who can you guess? STG. STG manufactures this. What don't they manufacture? I mean, geez. Anyways, so they manufacture this one. It is an English blend. It has Cavendish, Latakia, Orientals, and some Virginias. It's a good mixture of stuff. And I believe this actually has, oh shoot, I'm spilling that everywhere. I'm just going crazy today. It is, it's actually, honestly, it's probably going to smoke better than when I last had it. Like I said, this was one of my top hated ones. This one actually might smoke pretty good. It is, see how it, I'm actually watching it on the camera, not actually in person. You can see how it's kind of standing form, but it's almost like sponging out kind of a deal. So it's actually perfect. Honestly, this is my Goldilocks, really. It's just right for me. So it might actually smoke better than it did. I don't remember if I hydrated it or if I let it dry out, but oh man, I smell the Latakia. You can't miss that in there. You can never miss Latakia, huh? Or Perique. It smells so, gosh dang, I'm all sweating. It smells so well-rounded though. I mean, yeah, you're smelling that Latakia, but you're kind of getting a little hints of like of the Cavendish in there. I don't know why this is on my top hated list. I think I'm gonna regret that maybe when I smoke it here. Maybe I was just trying different kinds and my taste buds were doing something crazy, but dude, it smells actually really delicious. I'm not gonna lie. It smells so well-rounded of a blend. I get almost like a little bit of the Virginia in there, almost like a little hay. A little grassy. Ooh, there's a rich smell in there too. God, I'm ready to eat this stuff. It does, man. Wow. Wow, I can't believe I said this was my most hated. Man, the smell is fantastic. I'm not gonna lie. It smells like a very well blended English blend. It smells so well rounded. Wow. Okay, let's just smoke it. Let's find out. I know a lot of people, what they do pipes, it's already pre-charred. They already like kind of pre-char the inside, or whatever you call that. They line the inside. So, but they say you're supposed to smoke, you know, if you don't know, you know, smoke it from the bottom, and you start, every time you smoke it, you want to start kind of getting higher and higher to the top. That way you build that char. I never do that. I think I started to do it to one pipe. I never do that. I'd never have on any of my pipes. I don't have a lot of pipes that I first started the hobby. It's hobby to me, I guess. I've had a lot of pipes. I have a bad habit of giving away pipes. I do that with fish and stuff. I'm bad about giving, and it's not bad. It's a good thing. If anyone I ever meet is like, oh, I'm kind of getting into pipe smoking, I give them usually one of my pipes. I give them a pipe, and I give them a lot of my tobaccos. And I don't know how many pipes I've given away. I'm not even gonna lie. It's actually a lot. When I was going through my apprenticeship school, I met a young guy. He actually lives down the road from me, but he was smoking a pipe outside. I'm like, what are you doing? You smoke pipes? He's like, yeah. This bowl is actually not as fat as my my spigot. So I'm trying to kind of get used to how tight this little it's just not as big of a bowl. I'm used to almost like doing it blindfolded just by feel. But I'm like, dude, I said, and he kind of, yeah, well, I don't really have a good pipe. I bought it at the gas station, I don't even know what it was. It might have been plastic, honestly. There ain't no freaking telling. So I was like, dude, I said, hold on, I'm going to bring something for you. I don't even tell him. The next class we had, I brought him a big old bag of different tobaccos. I gave him a pipe. I bought a lot of, oh man, I can't remember the name of them. Man, I can't remember the name of them. They have a lot of them at our local store. They're cheap. They're those $50 pipes, kind of like that. Oh man, good thing I got my lighter in my pocket because I don't remember bringing it out. Good old trusty. Let's light her up. Wow, I'm instantly hit with like a cologne, a very fragrant. Maybe that's what because I said before I was getting a chemical taste in this tobacco. Maybe someone dumped a little bit of their perfume or house Febreze up in here or something. That's kind of like what almost it is. Let me not go too far though, because I'm not saying that's really what I'm tasting. I just was getting a little hint of it. Get a nice char on it. This is my tamper for today. I never really show my tampers. I'm starting to now though. I have never broke this one. I honestly hardly ever use this one, but only if someone else I know is smoking a pipe with me, I'll bring it out. I think I got it pipes and cigars years ago. I had this thing for a long time. But yeah, so I tend to give away all my pipes. I think I've given away probably about 4 or 5 pipes. But I just, because they weren't really expensive ones, I didn't mind giving them out, Not that I wouldn't give an expensive one out, but I'm more prone to hold on to them now, just because I'm kind of building up my collection, I guess, now. Whew, this sucker smokes, man. This blend is supposed to be a pretty big blend. I was kind of just seeing a couple things on it. The recipe for it is, oh man, I think it has like a long history of like being a top blend. Like, this is some real stuff. So it's kind of sad that I was starting to say it was trash, honestly, but I haven't smoked it in a while though. It's been a few months. I guess like 3 or 4 months. This pipe's a little interesting. So my spigot, it comes up a little bit more and then it comes out. This one's real long because the shank on it's more of would you call that? Like a 30 degree, or yeah, probably like a 30 degree or so. it almost comes out more. The stem is way fatter on this one than my other Peterson, that's for sure. Huge. I mean, that sucker is fat. Mine's probably half the size of that, my other one, and it kind of necks down. I should have brought it out with this one, kind of show them both. Maybe on my next video. Definitely gonna break this pipe in. I'm gonna be smoking out of this sucker. I would say the smoke on this is real clean, probably because it's a fresh pipe, but I'm not gonna lie, this is a really good blend. This is a good blend. I don't know why I said it was bad. I was probably smoking it and playing a game or something like that, or watching. I like to watch old cowboy shows. So I was probably watching the local cowboy shows or something, not really paying attention to it. And I was like, man, I was getting the bad smoke. Maybe it was I'm pretty sure I smoked it out of all my pipes just to kind of check it. But I'm not gonna lie, this blend is pretty stinking good. That's probably why I was on the most favorited blends. Most sold blend. Man, it's so rich. It really is good. Go buy some. Wow, good thing I didn't give it away to South Dog Pepper. Because I'm gonna be smoking the rest of this. Man, that's good. I was thinking for a second of putting this on a certain, like, kind of tobacco only for for a while. I don't know if y'all watch. He's actually probably the one YouTuber pipe smoking other than Smoky Mountain Piper. I might have been watching this guy longer, and I'm sure most of y'all know him. He's pretty big. It's Mutton Chop Piper. Man, I've watched that dude for a long time, for years, man. Honestly, probably since he first started making videos, and I'm pretty sure I don't want to say 10 years, but it's probably been pretty close to that. I've been watching him for at least 7 years. I mean, since he's probably been making YouTube videos. He has some real good stuff. He gets real into it. He's very serious about his pipe smoking. He bought all of one type of Savinelli. I forget what it is. I want to say South Dog Piper has the same kind. It's one of those. He has I think 7 of them or 10 of them, and he smokes one tobacco. They're all of his favorite that he's perfected. He said, I'm not buying no other tobaccos. There's no reason to buy any other tobaccos. These are the tobaccos I like. He swaps them, I think, every year. He'll kind of change some out. But he smokes one kind of tobacco in one pipe. And so if he wants to smoke this tobacco, he has to smoke it out of that pipe. But they're all the same pipe, so they're all the same style, color, everything. I mean, talk about uniform, I mean, that's pretty interesting. So I kind of do that. I have some pipes just for aromatics and some just for English blends, non-aromatics pretty much. Whoa, I'm telling you, that wind's bad. About to blew the door off of my shop. Hot damn. Oh, that's actually nice. Get a little airflow up in here. I try to keep my fan on low in here. I got lots of cleaning up and work to do in this shop. I just everything happened so fast, We had bought our house. We didn't have kids yet. If you can imagine, probably shortly in a year, we ended up having a kid. So after that, it's just been, man, balls to the wall, Pretty much a little over a year later, we got some twins. So my shop wasn't originally a shop. I just kept stuff in here. My shop was actually we had a back room, and I actually used that because we were remodeling the house too. So I was kind of doing all the work in that big back room. It was a big old back room. It was like a crafts room they had built on to the house. And I ended up, and then I was like, man, I guess I'm just going to put all this stuff out and make sure the shop was waterproof and all that. I did have insulation on all the walls. They just didn't have them, not sheetrock, but, the plywooded up or nothing like that. So over time, through all the little windstorms we've been having pretty bad. After we had Laura, the Hurricane Laura, which, I mean, just destroyed my town. I mean, absolutely wiped it out. Pretty much. There wasn't much left of it, or nearby anywheres. Nothing, you know, it blew all my insulation down. This wall was about to come off, so I had to seal all that back up. It was a really bad hurricane, though. Katrina was, you know, it was 12 years, I think, to the day. It was to the day that Katrina had hit, that Laura hit. So, like, man, if we get one of those every 12 years, I think we can manage that, you know. But it was terrible. At the time, we were still living at my parents' house, and they had about 7. We had pine trees. I mean, just all over. They had about 7 pine trees fall over the top of their house. They got super lucky. We actually stayed for the hurricane, which was a terrible idea. When they say get the duck out of Dodge, they aren't joking. When the hurricanes get that bad, it is, whoo, man. We were pretty much all sitting in the living room like, okay, I mean, let's say our final prayers, you know. We're probably done for. It was just really bad. You could hear the trees. I had walked outside right before the true storm had hit, just kind of looking at all the pine trees nearby, and I was like, man, that one's almost touching the ground from the top. And I mean, these are 60+ foot, you know, pine trees, big old pine trees. 7 of them fell on top of the house. Some of them were fat. It literally, must have had a tornado come through with it. It twisted the trees like this, and it just split them going up it and just laid over. We got so lucky. Every single one of those trees, the branches speared the roof, and it stopped right there. It didn't penetrate through the ceilings or nothing. It just, and we say this, my little sister had went to her back room because I had my dog with us, and she had her dog, and her dog was in heat. And my dog, you know, he's a man. So we kept him in the back room, and my little sister went to the back room to check on him. As soon as she walked out and ended up bringing her dog out, a giant, it was probably about a 400 section of pine branch came through the roof and into that room. I mean, when I tell you, like, I mean, a couple seconds, like, she was walking into the hallway, that thing fell down. So horrible idea to stay. So we say we wouldn't stay again, but we probably would. We're just, you know, there's no reason for it. But now, I mean, I say that now that I have, you know, some youngins, you gotta think about them first, right? Get them out of here, because my dad, he's old coon ass, you know. He was pure coon ass. I mean, he was a Cajun. His coon ass as they get, truly. So we got a town here called Iota. Iota used to be called Cartsville, which is my last name, Cart. My great-great-grandfather had pretty much created a little village there. He was the first postmaster there, and it was named after him, Cartsville. He ended up having it changed. Just, he didn't want the town named after him, so he had named it Iota over the something with the train coming through, and, you know, Ioting. Probably saying that wrong, but then from there, my dad's family, you know, grew up, born and around there, around Eunice, Louisiana. Where all the Opelousas, where all the true coon asses come out of. But man, this blend's actually really good. I'm really liking this. But yeah, back to I was talking about my shop. So it's a pigsty, and it's a small shop. It's like a, I guess, 20 by 10, just like a little shop. So I got a lot of stuff crammed up in here. I got table saws, miter saws. I got a super old bandsaw from like the 60s, 70s. I got a planer right behind me. That's from like the 60s, I think. So it's just so much stuff crammed in here. I got little paint shelves I just kind of threw together super quick. I just got some cabinets and stuff like that. You'll see I got a license plate. That's my dad's license plate. He had passed, I think I said in my one video a year ago. So that was his license plate from his truck. You can see his old red truck out there. That sucker's old F-150, 2001. That sucker has over 300,000 miles. And the thing, she she burns oil, man, and she, I just put $2,000 into that, in the suspension in that thing. But that has been the greatest truck probably Ford has ever made. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, that one, people get lemons and stuff like that. I'm not saying was the greatest Ford ever. It's just, it runs no problems, man. It's been great to us. So I pretty much took it over. It was kind of falling apart. He couldn't, he was kind of struggling. So he couldn't do as much as he wanted to it. So I kind of took it over, and I hung his license plate up once we got it re-registered and all that stuff. And then I got one of his badges sitting up there. He worked for Northrop Grumman. He worked for everyone. He was an aviation mechanic. Traveled all around. Went to France a couple times, Canada. So, anyways, I'm just talking, just trying this out. So, the strength on this, I'm getting about a medium. I know the room note on it isn't bad. It's pretty chill. The taste, it really is like a perfect in between of all the paths, all the roads to each of the tobaccos put in this. Like, it is nothing. I say that about a couple of the ones I like. It's like a perfect in between of all the blends. It is, the Latakia doesn't really come out too much in it, which is nice to not have an overpowering Latakia English blend. The Virginias are real smooth in it. I would say, if anything, the Cavendish has probably come out maybe most. Orientals, maybe the Orientals. I'm not too good at finding those Orientals in there too much. So getting cotton mouth really bad today smoking this pipe. Not this pipe, but just in general smoking. Oh, my tongue looked dry. Probably need water. I'm a diabetic. Probably had too much sweet tea today. I've been doing good at cutting back all the sweets, all the sugars. But I have been a little guilty of drinking a good bit of sweet tea today. So, you can kind of see how it comes out. It's like a little extended of a bite. My other one, it kind of comes down here to such a sharp bend. I did pretty much just put the whole stem in my mouth, if you just missed that. I was trying to bend it over here or what. My allergies are kicking my butt today, man. My nose, all my sinuses are just all stuffed up. It's probably not the best idea that I'm smoking a pipe, but made in Ireland, baby. Man, they're just, Petersons are just, the quality is there, that's what you're paying for. I mean, you're paying for the name, obviously, but the quality is just nice. Look, you got a harp right there. They're just beautiful pipes. And they have so many different kinds. But if you're getting into pipe smoking, I'm going to tell you this. Don't try to jump on buying some Petersons or Savinellis. I haven't smoked a Savinelli, so I couldn't tell you, but this doesn't smoke any different, honestly, than my $50 Molina one I bought off of eBay. You know what I'm saying? Or the freaking Medico I found in my house when I bought it. That's freaking, I don't know how old that sucker is. It's over 6 years old, probably. But you can tell the difference in, like, it heating up. It doesn't, you're not getting a lot of heat coming out into your hand. It just, they hold very well, though. I mean, you're getting, a good longevity in it. It holds up, stands the time. They're quality. So if it's something you want to kind of hand down to someone, or maybe just give around to your family when you pass or something, just have a collection, just something, it's definitely not bad to invest in something like this. That's where I think if you can get it, then get them. But if you just can't afford one because they're just ridiculously expensive, this one, I think it was about $100, which is pretty fair, I find. I know most of the ones at my cigar club, they're probably closer to 200. So I'm always like, oh man, that's a jump to buy for a little chunk of wood to smoke tobacco out of, but the finer things, so But if you can't get one, don't be all like, man, I gotta have a Peterson. No, you don't. They all work about the same. Just go find you a used one. Find one on eBay or something, man. That'd be even better. I got about this whole baby smoked already. And I'm really enjoying this tobacco. Thank you, Saw Dog Piper. Because I'm trying it because you said that it was delicioso. So that's kind of one of the reasons why I'm smoking it. So I'm like, man, I did something wrong. I'm truly enjoying this. And I'm at 30 minutes. So I'll wrap it up with that. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you have a fantastic rest of your week. I hope you have a very safe rest of your week. You'll all be safe. Y'all enjoy y'all's life. Be safe. Can't say that enough. Let's see, words of wisdom. Oh, I think that door has more wisdom than I got. Yeah.